X-Men Apocalypse. Now, you're going to go and see this movie whether I say it is good or bad. Let's be honest, this is the X-Men franchise that we are talking about. Now, you want to know, is it any good? And how good is it sitting in this new prequel trilogy? Now, I'm sorry to report that this is the third best film, obviously, after X-Men First Class, which is the best X-Men movie made. Do not argue with me on this one. And sits a fair bit behind Days of Future Past, which had director Bryan Singer returning to this franchise that he has created. And he returns here again for Apocalypse, a movie that seemingly gives the X-Men their biggest threat yet, which is this ancient Egyptian mutant played by Oscar Isaac, which is a bit of a fizzer, unfortunately. So the dude from the new Star Wars movie, Poe Dameron, it doesn't make that much of an impact here as Apocalypse. He's got all these kind of like, he just seems to like float around and talk in these like whispered kind of threats, and he doesn't really do anything to make you that fearful of him. They should have broken some eggs. They should have killed some X-Men and made this guy a serious threat. Does this movie have some good individual scenes? Absolutely. And most of them have got one reason why they're so good, and that is Michael Fassbender. Now, the reason why First Class is the best X-Men movie is very simple, is that director Matthew Vaughn got two of the hottest actors getting around, James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, and he pitted them against each other, and you made this movie about two warring ideologies set in the X-Men universe, and it was great. And so when this movie has flashbacks, it actually has some poignancy, but that's just piggybacking off the back of Matthew Vaughn's vastly superior film. This is a movie, as a movie, this is what it feels like. It feels like you're at recess, and some kid's got all these toys, and recess goes for 20 minutes, right? And then this kid spends 18 minutes setting up all the toys in all these different little areas, and then he starts to play with them with 2 minutes to go. That's what this film feels like. It is Simon Kinberg's screenplay is really inefficient, and it feels much even longer than its 2 hour, 15-minute runtime. This thing drags in places, and when you're dealing with a movie with people with mutant powers, it just shouldn't drag. So I'm sorry to report that this isn't the greatest X-Men film of all time. If you are a fan of the 90s cartoon, though, you will get off on this movie because there's so much fan service in it, it's almost ridiculous. I am a fan of the 90s cartoon, so I will give this movie 3 stars. I didn't completely hate it. But yes, definitely the least film of this new prequel trilogy. But go and check it out and make up your own mind. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and please share. Thanks.